Hello and welcome to New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve afternoon for me. You made it. You have survived 2024. It was such a tough year for so many people. So I thought, let's just clear away all the debris, the energetic debris of 2024, so that we can step into 2025 clear and strong and with a sense of purpose and in better health as well. So it is my pleasure to offer this to you today, and I hope you get what you need out of it. All right, so I'll do some processes and then I'll open up Q&A, all right, in case I don't address what you need. All right, so I always like to start with a water blessing. And so bring at least a bottle or a glass, whatever you have. I'm going to do one bottle and my tea. I have 8 stainless steel water bottles. So every morning I fill them all and then I clump them together on the counter and then I bless them all collectively. It's more efficient. But I didn't do that today. So here we go. So you can just hold your hands over the open vessel. So if you have a water bottle, take the cap off. Um, when I feel that the words have sunk into the water, then I say the next phrase. You don't have to do anything, just hold your hands and intend to energize your water. I say bless or energize, same thing. And then what I'm going to do at the end, I'm going to leave a pause so that you can say your own blessing that is very specific to what you need. So I'll just say, now do your own blessing, and I'll give you a few seconds before we close it. Okay. Oh. I bless this water to be neutralized of its chemicals. I bless this water to be molecularly restructured so my cells can absorb it. I bless this water to bring light into my body. I bless this water to increase communication between my cells. I bless this water to gently detoxify me. I bless this water to create new synapses between my left and right brain hemispheres. I bless this water to nourish my nerves, especially in my feet, so that my feet gather information when I'm walking barefoot. I bless this water to heal my pelvic floor. I bless this water to increase the space between my vertebrae and all joints so that my joint action is smooth and comfortable. I bless this water to help me feel more confident. I bless this water to melt any heart walls I have put up. I bless this water to increase the love that comes to me and to increase the love that I'm able to share. And now say your own blessings. Amen. So be it. And cheers. Have a drink. Okay. So normally I come to do a workshop and I'm prepared. I have written out an agenda and I'm flexible about it depending on what I sense are the needs of the group. But I have, a list of things I want to do. And I was not able to do that because I know that this will be fully channeled. And I know it's going to be channeled because I have been struggling to open my eyes today. So when I'm in deep trance, my eyes are closed, I can't open. And also when I'm receiving a deep healing, my eyes won't open. So I'm not drowsy. It's going to look that way. Okay. I'm just letting you know. And also I'm finding I'm being blinded by the lights. In the past 2 or 3 weeks, light is so blinding to me. I think I'm seeing light, not just what's visually present to the human eye. I'm seeing more light, and so I'm crying, like I'm tearing up from the light. Okay, so again, I'm not sick. I'm not sleepy. There's nothing in my eye, but this beautiful bright light that I guess I need to modulate so I can not tear up. Oh, all right. So I'm just saying that so people watching the video understand as well. Okay, this is going to be very calming and relaxing. It's not a big rah-rah event. So I hope you're sitting comfortably and there's going to be no distractions for you. If you're able to turn on your camera, it does help me because then I can more easily see your auras. So it will help guide me to what to do next um, for the moments where I do open my eyes. Okay, thank you. All right. So although tomorrow is New Year's Day and it's really just a new calendar, but there is a significance. There is an energetic significance because it's sort of built into our consciousness. Like new year, new me. I'm going to change. I'm going to do all the good things now. So I recommend that you don't make any resolutions because let's face it, have you ever met them all? Okay, so let's not set ourselves up for disappointment. We're not going to make resolutions, but you're going to make day-to-day decisions. A resolution is a decision to do something, but you don't have to declare it and make it this big, huge thing above your head, and then you feel guilty if you wander off the path. We're not about guilt or self-shame or anything like that. We really, really need to amplify ourselves. We need to boost ourselves up at every moment. Don't look at your to-do list and say, oh, I didn't get to the last 4 items. Look at the 10 you did. Okay. Congratulate yourself at every opportunity. When I was learning how to do therapeutic touch, which is a nursing technique where you don't touch the body, you touch the energy field. So you hover over the skin. I've taught a lot of you how to do it in different calls. So in therapeutic touch, we learned that you treat everyone like a newborn baby. That's how gentle you must be. That's how calm and reassuring and nurturing you must be when you're a therapeutic touch practitioner. And I think that translates very well to self-care. Treat yourself like an infant who has all the needs and is, naive in many ways. Um, Although, the soul has carry on intelligence and memories from past lives. But in the baby's physical existence, They don't even know how to sit up. They don't know how to feed themselves. There's just complete naivete. So when you're trying to do something new, don't feel bad if you feel resistance, because every change is a threat to our prehistoric brain. Okay. And our brain is not always our friend. So you have to tap into your soul or your spirit to get good guidance. Don't believe what you think. So just because you think you failed today because you didn't do those last 4 things on your list, don't believe that. Don't believe if you say, oh, that was stupid. Don't believe it if you say, I must just be really slow. I don't understand. No. If you don't understand something that's being taught, it means the teacher isn't intuitive enough to teach in the way you need to learn. Okay? So I want you to support yourself fully. Like if there's one resolution you're going to have, is to be fully self-loving, self-accepting, self-supporting. And that will change your life. Right? People don't change when they're reprimanded. Or if they do, it's done very reluctantly and bitterly, right? But if someone praises you, then of course you're going to want more praise. So you'll do that thing more and better. So self-praise is what you do. When you look at yourself in the morning after a bad night of sleep, you don't say, oh, I look old. You just say, I'm here. I survived the night. I'm going to have a great day. Yeah. And hum a little tune as you brush your teeth. That's another thing. Humming is extremely helpful. It regulates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve starts in the brain, and it's parallel, like symmetrical. So there's 2. They start in the brain, they go down the neck into the abdominal cavity, and basically every organ is connected to your vagus nerve. Vagus spelled Vagus. Okay, and it goes right into your abdomen. So if your vagus nerve is properly stimulated and regulated, then all your organs are going to be calm. And that's what you want. You don't want spastic bowel. You don't want a racing heart, right? You don't want congestion and tightness in your lungs so you can't breathe fully. So make this habit as you're brushing your teeth, you hum and hum many more times throughout the day. Doesn't even have to be a full song. You can just be a few notes up and down, make it up. When you're driving, hum. When you're in the shower, hum. Basically, anytime you're not going to bother someone, hum. And that will help your nervous system, your vagus nerve, which will regulate all your organs and nervous system. Okay. So these are, free and cheap things I'm telling you to do. Self-praise and humming. All right, those are your chores forevermore. I shouldn't say chores. They'll be a delight to do because you'll see great benefits. Oh, my tea is still too hot. Ooh, okay. Is anyone feeling resistance to that suggestion about humming and self-praise? There's a saying in Greek that translates to, if you don't praise your own house, it will fall down on top of you. So think of that as your psychology. If you don't praise yourself, your own psychology is going to sabotage you, right? So self-praise, self-acceptance, and it's all self-care. All right. So getting back to being an infant, as soon as a baby does something, doesn't everybody praise it? Oh my God, look, she can hold her neck up. She can hold her head up. Amazing. Oh my God, she said goo, goo, goo. Okay, so you have to be that excited for yourself, for your inner child, for your spirit. Be excited about every good thing you do and praise yourself. Okay, hopefully I got that message across. So Put in the chat something that maybe other people won't think to praise themselves for. So you're just going to share an idea. I'll give you my idea. Um, I'd been working out regularly, and one day when I was getting ready to get in the shower, I saw myself naked in the full length mirror, and I didn't go, ugh. I actually went, hey, this is looking good. I'm seeing some muscle definition. I'm slimming down. So, that was good self praise. And that was the first time in my life I didn't go, ugh, I'm so fat. So that was an accomplishment for me. Exercising, getting out of bed, taking care of ourselves. Yes. Yes, if someone is depressed, getting out of bed is a monumental task. Let me give you this tip. If you're ever depressed, don't believe it. If you're depressed, it means you ate chemicals that are not good for you. Okay, I only get depressed if I've eaten junk food, if I've had potato chips or cake or ice cream, then I feel depressed the next day. So don't believe your depression. Now, if you do believe that it is psychological and emotional, the best way to shift out of depression is by contracting your muscles. Because the contraction, like I'm not going to say get up and exercise because you won't be ready for that, but just as you're lying in bed, contract, squeeze your muscles and release. Because the contraction releases chemicals that correct depression. Okay? So no matter how depressed you are, you can manage to squeeze a fist and maybe flex your heels and then release, and flex your thighs. You can do that. Flex your bum, flex your stomach, flex everywhere, and then you'll find that you're energized and you can get out of bed. Okay, so depression should not take up any more than 5 minutes of your time, and the best thing is to flush your system. So lots of water, water with lemon juice. Um, Boil parsley. If you can get organic parsley, better. But I always have parsley in the house because I put it on so much of my food. And I even use parsley as the lettuce, as the base for my salads. Parsley cleanses the kidneys. And in traditional Chinese medicine, the kidneys are the source of your life force. So it's a good idea to constantly be cleansing your kidneys. So make tabbouleh salad, which is basically parsley salad. Put in tons of parsley. If you can't find organic, then give it a good wash with some fruit and veggie wash, or even some water and vinegar. Anyway, what I do is I save the stems. So I'll use the leaves in my food, but I save the stems and I boil them as a tea and drink that to flush my kidneys. Boil for at least 10 minutes. The color is going to be so pale, you'll think you didn't even boil it, but that's how it is. Parsley stems have basically no color, and it's not a great flavor. I add lemon juice and a little pinch of Celtic sea salt, and I drink that. In terms of a detox, it's the most mild flavor, so you can't complain about it. Easy to have. Okay. Um, Somebody wrote a comment here. I'm just going to go back and read the comments. Um, okay, just living. Oh, congratulate yourself for just living, for being myself. That's a great spiritual practice. I don't remember what you're exactly referring to, Ayoshka. For me, when I eat gluten, I feel depressed. Oh yeah. Think of what gluten is. It's a protein that binds together, right? So it's like a glue. The word gluten is the hint there. It's like a glue. So basically it means everything is sticky inside you. You're not getting that rapid communication between your cells that we blessed the water for. So if everything is sluggish, not communicating, it's gummed up, you're going to feel terrible. So And gluten lasts in your system for a whole year. So don't cut out wheat for a month and say, oh, it didn't work. I still feel bad. It takes a year to get rid of gluten, and you have to be very vigilant. Everything has gluten in it, including your makeup. Makeup has gluten in it because it helps, keep powders together. It helps foundation be smooth. So look for gluten-free makeup if you're susceptible to a gluten sensitivity. Warm water with lemon and hikes. Hikes? Oh, and hiking. Okay, give me a feel-good factor. That's great. All right. Uh, Ack. It says ack. When I honor myself, speak my truth. Is that a hack or something? Anyway, I know it's easy to have typos when you're typing fast. Oh, acknowledge when I honor myself, speak my truth. Okay, yes, do that. I believe that gluten was turned into a bioweapon. Oh, yeah. I mean, the man who, oh gosh, I forgot his name. So there was a scientist or slash food chemist who created our modern wheat. And he did it because we needed to feed hungry people around the world. And so the wheat that we eat now has a high crop yield and it fluffs up a lot, which is why it's sticky. But that man regrets doing that. I think he won a Nobel Prize for it at the time, but he regrets doing that because it hurts so many people. So modern day wheat has 42 chromosomes, which means it's very hard on our guts. It's really hard to digest. Whereas original wheat, like from biblical times, only has 14 chromosomes. So it was very easy to digest. And in fact, in many countries around the world for many, many years, wheat, bread was the meal. Anything you had with it was like a condiment for the bread. So everybody, have you ever been to an Ethiopian restaurant? They give you this huge tray and it's got flatbread on it. And then they put little bits of stew, like a little bit of lamb stew, a little bit of curried chicken. They plop on a little spoonful of different foods. And so you break the bread and sort of wrap it around whatever sauce or meat is there. So you're having a tray of bread with a little bit of stews. So I know Muslim people will say bread is the meal. That's always the meal. Okay, so we can't do that. We can't have modern day wheat and expect to stay healthy. I use einkorn wheat. It's the closest we have to biblical wheat, but a lot of producers will say it's einkorn, but it's really a variety of spelt, which is not good. That's high gluten. So I buy the einkorn wheat from Young Living, the essential oil company that I use. Anyway, if you're interested, you can contact me. I'll help set you up. Um, the old wheat is called einkorn. Yes, yes, exactly. You're on the right track. Okay, finally, I added more cold water to my tea, so now I can drink it. Okay, any questions about any of that? Or let me know if you're feeling bad in any way, because I want to address it as I do the healing. You can raise your hand to speak, or you can type it in the chat. And keep sipping your energized water. Twinges of pain in my fingers, particularly left hand. Okay, twinges of pain. Is there an injury there, Heather?
There's a couple fingers that are swelling.
Okay, are you aware of an injury?
Um, Potentially some nerve damage in my ring finger when I neglected to take off my wedding ring and I had to get it cut off.
Oh, okay.
I'm
All
still
right.
trying to help that.
Okay. So I'm also seeing pinched nerve in your neck going down into your hand. Okay, so
Mm.
I'll work on that during the healing. Okay. Lucia, you can ask you to unmute.
Yeah, well, hello. I'm
Hi.
having a big break of flu, I suppose, with chills running all
Oh,
over. So my voice a little
yeah.
cranky.
Okay.
So if there is a magic trick, I happily embrace it.
Okay. I'll include that in the healing. Okay, great. I see here somebody has a Zindi. I ripped my left shoulder cuff a couple months ago, slow healing. Oh yeah, the shoulder is um tricky to heal because it's complex and we use our hands and arms all the time, so that affects it, plus our neck. Okay, so I'll include that too. Patricia, I have pain and stiffness in knees from bone on bone and old injury. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, somebody remind me how to pin myself. Wait, I think I got it. Pin. Okay, there we go. All right. I feel a little sad and my legs are hurting. Okay. So, unless there's been a reason for grief, sadness can also be from toxicity because it changes, toxicity changes our brain chemicals. I'm recovering from a knee replacement. My ex is going through health issues. Today he's going through a triple bypass surgery. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, I'll address that as well. Ayushka, arthritis in both thumbs hurts at night. Yes, I get it. All right. Are you using any anti-inflammatory essential oils? We should, I offer a free call for help to figure out what essential oils you need and then to place the order. So if you're placing the order on the call with me, then the call is free and it takes about 90 minutes. Okay, so I'll put that info in at the end. Okay, flu and blocked lymph. Okay, got it. Stomach, possible ulcerative colitis. Definitely get off wheat and sugar. All grains, in fact, Vanessa. All grains, including white rice, brown rice, black rice, quinoa, just no grains, including corn. Corn is very toxic. I mean, decades ago, it was clean, it was fine, and it was a basic food source for many cultures. But now corn is just about all of it is genetically modified, and it's so fattening. Apparently, in France, they laugh at us in the other parts of the world where we eat corn because to them, corn is hog feed. It's only for pigs because it fattens them up so quickly. So don't eat corn, especially if you're trying to lose weight. And corn is not a vegetable, it's a starch. So are peas. Peas are actually the most fattening starch. So, and carrots are half starch, half vegetable. So when you see a combination of corn, peas, and carrots, run the other way. It's not for you. Okay. Um, I missed some comments. Okay, let me move up. Yeah, sometimes when I'm talking, I can't read at the same time. So, Dana, pain in left shin, ongoing, on and off for a year. Okay. So pain in the left shin would be microscopic tears in the tendon. Um, so I think this is where cold therapy would be useful. And also Young Living's Pan Away essential oil. It's pan away. They can't say pain away, so they call it pan. But it's really great for sports injuries and torn ligaments, tendons, muscles. Okay. I have a pain in my right elbow for months. It seems to be getting better. The pain is getting better. Left elbow. Oh, sorry, right elbow. Um, so that could be like tennis elbow. So it's an overuse injury, strain. I My elbows, from the elbows to my knuckles, I got tendonitis when I was playing piano 30 hours a week in university. I was a piano major. And then my sister got tendonitis in her right elbow because she worked at the grocery store in the deli department and she had to slice meats. So she was putting the meat, through the blade constantly. She'd get there at 4 a.m. on Saturdays to make party platters that people had ordered. So it's repetitive strain often. Unless, Patricia, unless you had an injury, like you fell off your bike and, there's something there. Injuries can linger. Like when I'm scanning a person's body, I will find injuries from when they were 2 years old and say, oh yeah, I fell there, I broke my arm. Like if if you don't have a nurse who knows therapeutic touch, it won't heal fully. So anytime somebody gets an injection, we're not going to talk about vaccines or whatever, but if you do get an injection, even if it's an allergy shot, you have a needle penetrating through all layers of your aura. So you're punctured. So a smart nurse, a trained nurse, will do this after giving an injection. She smooths out the field and closes the hole. Because even that, 1 or 2 millimeter needle will leave a puncture that then allows foreign energy to enter. Got it? This is why I'm not a fan of tattoos. Tattoos are highly toxic. People who have tattoos, years later, they still have tattoo ink in their bloodstream. And also, that's a whole lot of punctures. And I don't think very many tattoo artists know about therapeutic touch. So, part of self-care can just be doing 5 or 10 minutes, head to toe, of therapeutic touch. So, you start over your head. So, you start over your head, so a few inches. And with therapeutic touch, you go top to bottom from center out. So I'm starting at the top, and I do the back as best I can. You do your face. Okay. And you just imagine there's a fog around you, and you're just trying to move the fog. So you go from center out, come back and do your shoulder, your neck, shoulder, and arm. And notice I'm going way beyond the end of my fingertips. You wouldn't do this because then you're stopping the energy here and you're going to get congestion and that will cause pain. Pain is congested energy flow. Okay, it's a traffic jam of energy. So you need to extend way beyond the edge. So if I had a painful knee, I'd go from my hips down my legs and beyond my knee as far as my arm reaches. Okay, and then from the knees down and across the top of the foot and off the toes. So you do that. The Therapeutic Touch Association of Ontario has been begging me to become a therapeutic touch teacher. And I actually started the process. I had to have a supervisor. And then my supervisor got sick. We couldn't continue. And I just haven't gotten around to it because it's a ton of paperwork, a ton of paperwork. I have to write down everything I'm going to say and I have to justify it. Which is good, but it just takes so much work that I haven't had time to do it. But I will one day become a therapeutic touch, and then you can come here and learn and get your little certificate. Or I can come to you. Actually, you're allowed to say you studied, level 1 therapeutic touch with a practitioner who is in the process of being a teacher. So if you have a good group of at least 20 people, I will come to you and teach. And we'll figure out what the cost is. Anyway, I like to travel to teach healing. Oh, okay. So if everybody does that every day, you will close up any punctures in your field. I remember a former friend. She was so negative. And she always had such intensity. And one day I said to her, stop, please stop. Every one of your words feels like a bullet into my body. And she was so offended, she hung up. I don't care. But that's how it felt, like I was being wounded by her intense negativity. So I knew enough to do therapeutic touch myself so that it wouldn't linger, so that it wouldn't keep hurting me. All right. So notice how you feel around different people. If they exhaust you or make you feel wounded, get rid of them. The new year is a good time to take out the trash. So, because self-care means removing people from your life. Just because they're a relative or you've been friends since, first grade, doesn't matter. If they're toxic, they're not helping you. So let's not be so nostalgic about our history. I think this is where people get stuck, especially stuck in bad marriages. Well, we have kids and we've been married 25 years. Yeah, but if it's not working, if it's not supporting you, it's better to end the marriage and get healthy and enjoy your life, right? Ooh, okay, I am now sweating. So this is how I know the healing has already begun. Okay, let's see what other comments there are. Let me tell you about ulcerative colitis. So that's when there are tears in your colon. And what I have noticed, because I have clients in at least 60 countries, and I often treat their family members. So ulcerative colitis has become practically an epidemic with children. Yes. So one of my clients at age 10, she had her colon removed except for the last 3 inches, and she needed a colostomy bag, which means there was a tube coming out of her abdomen, and that's where all her poop would go because she couldn't process it on her own. Like, what a horrible thing for a 10-year-old to have to go through, right? And they had taken cells from that last bit of her colon, and it took, I can't remember, maybe almost a year to regrow her colon in a laboratory, in a dish. And then she had that input, and there's no more colostomy bag. But she spent a year and a half in the hospital and had many surgeries. And she's been told she will always be high risk for cancer. And what I know is that because her parents had other children above her, before her, and they were so busy, they both worked full time, that little girl only ate microwaved baby formula for the first 2 years of her life. They didn't have time to cook for her and, make mashed squash or whatever. Everything she had was microwaved formula and then microwaved baby food. And I have heard this before from other parents when I say, what did you feed her? Oh, she only got breast milk for 2 months. I didn't have any more. And then we went to formula. And how did you heat the formula? Oh, well, the doctor said the microwave was fine. So we microwaved it. If you have a doctor who tells you the microwave is fine, get a new doctor. I'm very serious. They're not informed enough to be your doctor. The microwave was created by the Nazis to kill people in the camps. The microwave destroys a minimum of 97% of all the nutrients in the food or beverage that you're heating up. If that were the only bad thing, it would be tolerated, I guess. But the thing is, if you're eating microwave food and 97% of the nutrients are destroyed, that means you're not being nourished. So you're going to be hungry in about half an hour. And this is why so many people overeat. But the other thing is, so I had a doctor who was also a homeopath, which is such a rarity, was such a blessing. And she said the microwave molecularly restructures the food or beverage to be unrecognizable by your body. So your body treats it as if it's cancerous. So it messes up your chemistry. So it's not okay to put your coffee in the microwave for 10 seconds. It is not okay. If you really cannot bear to throw out your microwave, then only use it for crafts, like if you have to melt some wax or something. Or you can use it for those neck pillows. You know, those relaxing pillows are usually full of buckwheat. So you can heat up the buckwheat pillow. Okay, you're not ingesting it. Do not put in your mouth anything that came out of a microwave, please. So I'm actually a very unpopular party guest because if I'm at somebody's house and it's like a family gathering, if I see a mother going to put food or formula in the microwave for her baby, I don't care if I've never met her, I stop her from doing it. I stop her. That's when they say, my doctor said it's okay. I'm like, your doctor's an idiot. Get a new doctor. Your children deserves better. But no, because if I were seeing a mother give her child cocaine or vodka, I would stop that. The microwave is just as dangerous. So please be an advocate for everyone. And you have to be firm. When people first hear this, they don't believe it, right? So I so this was a party at a friend's house, and it was her cousin that I was stopping from using the microwave. And my friend said later, "Oh, she didn't like you at all. She thought you were pushy and a know-it-all and judgmental." I'm like, I don't care. I might have saved that child from getting ulcerative colitis. So I don't care if she doesn't like me. Anyway, so advocate for others. All right. So no microwave. Never, ever, ever. So when I go to a restaurant, I will ask, how do you heat this? And if they say, oh, we put it in the microwave, I'll say, I will tell them, I have been known to projectile vomit by eating microwave food, which is the truth. I said, can you put it in the oven to heat for me? Or if I'm ordering soup, I'll say, can you put it in a saucepan and heat it on the stove? And sometimes they say, no, we can't. We don't have time for that. So then I don't eat there. Or I'll ask for a sandwich or something that doesn't have to be heated. Okay. All right. So airplane food, that's microwaved. Don't eat airplane food. In fact, if you want to avoid jet lag, you should fast from the minute you wake up on your day of travel until you get to the new place and wait until the locals are having the next meal. So fast throughout your whole travel and it will greatly reduce jet lag. All right. Okay. What should one replace grain with? Well, I'm using shirataki noodles. Shirataki. Shirataki. It's a Japanese root vegetable, and they take the fiber and they shape it into spaghetti, uh, fettuccine, penne. They even shape it into rice or orzo, and it has no calories, and it's perfectly safe. So they come in pouches with like water in there. So what you do is you cut the opening and you pour it into a colander and you rinse it really well. And then I toss it into my stir fry or my soup or whatever. Depending on the brand, sometimes it's rubbery, other times it's not. So it has no flavor. It absorbs the flavor of the food it's in, so the sauce or the broth. So you have to heat it up for a few minutes to let it absorb the flavors, and it's totally satisfying as a pasta replacement, right? Or the one that's like rice. I'll have that. Like I'll make a shrimp with vegetables, and I put it on the shirataki rice. So that's one thing. It is expensive per serving. Like buying a package of spaghetti is so cheap. The shirataki noodles, they cost like between $4 and $10 per serving. So I always go onto Amazon to check for sales. And when I find a good sale, like right now, I've bought 3 cases of one of them because I like it, and it was much cheaper. So there's that. The other thing you could do is replace your grains with Japanese purple potatoes. They're not as starchy as white or yellow potatoes. You can have some sweet potato, the orange sweet potatoes, just not too much, of course, depending on your blood sugar levels. And then, as I said, the einkorn from Young Living, you can use it to bake. So they've got einkorn flour and einkorn pancake and muffin mix, and einkorn, pancake and waffle mix. And they sell einkorn pasta, and it is a satisfying replacement. Okay, so everyone should have a Young Living account. I don't have to go to a health food store anymore. I get everything from Young Living, and a few things from Amazon. Okay. Somebody has 2 inflamed molars under the bridge. Oh, I'm so sorry. That must be very painful, uncomfortable. If you have any clove oil, that would help. I have my clove Young Living oil if I have a toothache or something. So you can put a drop in water and swish it around, or you can put a drop on a cotton swab and then press it, a drop of the clove oil. Okay, Cindy is back. I studied healing touch many years ago, but have not practiced in so many years. Is healing touch the same as therapeutic touch? No, therapeutic touch is a registered trademark name. Anytime it's written, it's always written with 2 capital T's. Basically, every healing modality has the same end goal to initiate healing, but they're all different. It's kind of like changing the channel on a TV. Reiki is different from therapeutic touch, is different from healing touch, it's different from quantum touch, it's different from Tellington touch. There's so many different modalities with the word touch in them. It's not an umbrella term. When I say therapeutic touch, it doesn't mean just do energy work. It's a very specific way to do energy work. Okay, and being trained is really important, but it's not going to hurt you if you just know a little bit and help yourself. Okay. Cindy, my left shoulder cuff was injured a couple of months ago, and so not being able to work much, asking for healing. Thank you. Okay. And Cindy, I have a meeting at 12. Will we have a replay? And even if I'm not present, can I healing? Yes. Yeah. So you can intend to remain present during this. We're going to go, gosh, we've spent so much time already. We're going to go for another 45 minutes, okay? Because we started 5 minutes late. I was waiting for people. Anyway, probably 45 minutes. Okay, so I have an idea of what's needed. I don't know if I'll be speaking much during the healing. We'll just see how it goes. Again, it's being channeled. So yes, I will convert the video and then put it up on YouTube, and I'll send the link. I'll send the link to everybody who is a subscriber, and I'll put it in my Facebook group. So somehow you found out about this. You're either in the Facebook group or you're a subscriber. All right. Would like some suggestions on how to heal trapped emotions. Yeah, you need trauma clearing, but I'll include some now. All right. Get comfortable. Take off your glasses if you're wearing glasses, because it helps your face relax. And if you want to lie down, that would be great. So you're fully relaxed. So in keeping with my suggestion, let's start with self-acknowledgement. Acknowledge yourself for making this healing a priority and showing up. That was a much better choice than going for, cake and coffee. want you to visualize your inner infant. Imagine you, the adult you, is your own mother, and you're holding your baby self in your arms. Mother or father, sorry, Kirk. Um, you're looking down at your baby self. And I think all parents think, oh my God, my baby's beautiful. My baby looks like me. And you look at their eyes and their cute little nose and their beautiful, perfect lips, the shape of their head. And you put your finger in their little fist and they squeeze, and you're so proud that they're so strong. I want you to just experience that, but it's you holding yourself. And say loving things to yourself. Make promises that you intend to keep, such as, I will always protect you. I will always love you. Just very gently rock your baby in your arms and hum a little tune. You are my sunshine, or this little light of mine. Those are good tunes to sing to a baby. And you know, at birth, everyone is assigned a guardian angel for life. So look around, see where your guardian angel is, and ask your angel to flood you with healing energy and light. The two of you, the baby you and present day you. Thank your angel for protecting you all these years. But at some point, I believe that the angels can't act on your behalf unless you direct them to. As children, they can act on your behalf, but then maybe around age 12 or 13, you have to ask for their intervention. I often ask my angel to give me a very loud, clear sign when there's something I need to pay attention to. I first started working with angels. I spent a long time asking them, give me a physical sensation so I know you're nearby. And my sensation was I would get chills, a ripple of chills from my inner core outward. But that may not be your symbol. So just I'm going to give you time to connect with your angel and ask for what the symbol will be, the sign. How will you know that they are there and listening? And I like to tell my guardian angel, please bring in your friends and colleagues to help at any time. So when you need extra support, there will be more angels there for you. Put your baby self in a crib and tuck yourself in. And before you came to this earth in this lifetime, your soul made some decisions. Your soul decided what lessons it wanted to learn, what karma it wanted to burn, and what experiences it wanted to have. God gives us free will, which means we have the power to decide our life shape and course and destiny. And in spirit form, when we are just beams of light, everything is possible. And we are extremely enthusiastic for our lives, and we want to accomplish as much as possible. So we often plan too much. In spirit form, we forget how dense the earth is, how hard it is to just take care of daily chores. In spirit form, we don't have laundry. We don't have bill payments. We don't have to cut grass. But in physical human form, we have to do all that. And it's exhausting. And I believe this is what causes a lot of distress and feelings of unworthiness, because we know our potential and we're not able to meet it. But it's not possible to meet all our potential in human form, because the energy here is dense and there is a lot of dark energy. And there's only so much you can do in a day when you have to support yourself. Okay, so this is why life can seem difficult, because you might have said, I want to experience every kind of grief so I know what it feels like. I want to experience every kind of loss so that I can have empathy for others. Oh, in that lifetime, 500 years ago, I stole food. So I want to experience other people stealing from me so that I burn off that karma. Okay, so it's not that anybody has bad luck. It's just that we overplanned, and we just gave ourselves too much to learn and experience and go through. So in your thoughts of self-care and self-support, just forgive yourself for what you're not able to do. Always congratulate yourself for what you did do. I want you to pick a color that represents self-forgiveness. And imagine that you're stepping into a room where the light is that color. You can just sit on the beautiful armchair that is also that color and just sink into it. Feel very relaxed. And this chair is um, the forgiveness boosting chair. When you sit in it, it floods you with self-forgiveness so that self-rejection is eliminated and self-criticism, self-judgment, all that is just neutralized. And you get a boost of feeling good about yourself. Feel how supportive the cushions of this chair are. It almost feels like you're sitting in a cloud. There's a large window, and you've got a remote control on the armrest of the chair, and you hit open window. And then you hit the button that says fly. And the chair levitates and flies out the window. And it takes you to a memory, a situation where you blamed yourself. Just hover over that memory and look at the situation, see who else was there, notice the decision you made that you feel bad about. But you're in this chair of forgiveness. And there's another button that says neutralize. And when you press that, these beams of forgiveness extend down to the situation. You forgive yourself. You forgive everyone involved. And then you project your own love down into the situation. You are forgiven. Everyone involved was forgiven. And the energy of that event is lifted. It's lifted beyond forgiveness, beyond love. It's lifted to spiritual truth. Ah, notice how light you feel. Wave goodbye or blow kisses to everyone. And you're going to hit the fly button again. You're going to fly to another distressing situation where you judged and blamed yourself. Well, there it is. So with this bird's eye view of the situation, you gain wisdom. You automatically know what the other people intended. You realize what you misinterpreted. Or maybe you acted from a fear-based reaction and it caused problems. Hit the forgiveness button and let those rays of forgiveness just cover everyone and everything of that whole event. And the rays of forgiveness even extend out to people who influenced the people who were in the situation with you. So anything negative is neutralized. Good. And then open your heart and pour love over the whole situation. The whole scene is lit up. It's brighter, lighter, and there's joy injected. Okay. We're going to hit the fly button again. And you may be taken to any lifetime. It doesn't have to be just this one. Just intend to go to a scenario that has influenced you negatively even today. All right, hit fly and go to your new scenario. See who's there. And knowing that we all plan too much for our lives, just extend empathy to everyone involved, including you. And now neutralize the difficult emotions that were involved. Neutralize everyone feeling bad about themselves. And push that forgiveness button. So that rays of forgiveness cover everyone. And the forgiveness extends into everyone's past lives where it's appropriate or relevant. Excellent. And pour your love into the whole event. Fill up that version of yourself with your own love and self-acceptance. And share it with all the people in that situation. We'll stop at 3 events for today. You can always come back and do this again and do as many lifetimes as you wish. Let's hit the fly button and come back to that room. That's the color that you feel is representing forgiveness. And thank yourself for having the inner vision, the imagination, and the ability to do this. You did great. Even if you didn't see much, your intention to see and experience is a step in the right direction. So you did well as well. And now get up from this comfortable armchair. Give thanks. You're going to exit the room and you're going to walk down the hall. Shut the door behind you. Okay, so now there's another door. And the door says joints. You're going to go in there. And it is the room where joints are healed. Any joint in the body. So your neck, your shoulders, your knees, anything. And there is a circle in the middle of the room on the floor. And you know you're intended to stand in it. And in this circle is how you receive healing to your joints. Just notice what you notice. And if you're in pain and the pain starts to move around, that is excellent. It means it's looking for an exit. So be open to having your pain dissipate in expected and unexpected ways. Very good. That's a powerful joint circle. So intend for the healing to continue until it's done. And I'd like you to exit this room, shut the door. You're going to go across the hall to the door labeled muscles. Enter the room, shut the door. And you see 2 little hand weights, like a 1 pound weight. So pick up one in each hand and sit on the bench that's there. And just hold the weights to remind your body that you're working on muscles. And these weights themselves emit an energy that energizes your muscles and corrects any abnormalities in them. And you may feel energy pulsing through you. Or maybe you need it more gently and you don't feel anything. That's fine. Just tell yourself, I'm so grateful that my muscles are being healed. Good. Very good. So put the weights down. And I see you energetically getting off the bench. Give thanks. Exit. Shut the door. And you're going to go across the hall to the door labeled nervous system. Enter, shut the door. And there are a lot of wires on one wall. Nerves are like wires. And you're just going to stand in front of this wall with your arms outstretched. You're going to absorb the corrective energy of these wires that represent your nervous system. And feel the information traveling quickly from nerves to your brain, from nerves to organs. Good. Be thankful and amazed at how quickly your body can absorb healing energy. Ah, excellent. Okay. So give thanks to this healing space. Exit, shut the door, and go across the hall to the room marked brain. Enter, shut the door, and look around. There are lots of different sections of colors on the wall. Like the room has been painted in patches of different colors. And each of those colors represents a function of the brain, like memory, short-term memory, long-term memory, speech, vision, hearing, tasting. I want you to find the area labeled amygdala. The amygdala are 2 tiny organs in the brain. Amygdala is the Greek word for almonds. So those organs are almond shaped, as big as an almond. There's 2 of them. And they are the storehouses of your emotions. Stand in front of the amygdala and see a line of energy from that place on the wall right into the center of your brain where the amygdala are. And allow your emotions to be regulated to be calm. Good. So with calm amygdala, we can now neutralize trauma. Trauma is just dissolved. You don't have to have the same reactions to triggers. In fact, the triggers are neutralized. You're able to respond appropriately to the situation at hand. And it's always appropriate to be calm and kind. So no matter what happens, you're calm, you stay grounded, and you respond with kindness. If the situation is dangerous, you respond with the appropriate crisis intervention. Feel confident that you can do this. In terms of trauma, when something happens that causes a very heightened reaction, the amygdala flood your bloodstream with certain chemicals. And those chemicals take 90 seconds to dissipate from your bloodstream. So a trauma should only take up 90 seconds of your life. But other parts of your brain relive the event and layer it with judgment and blame and what ifs. And that's what keeps you traumatized. So today I invite you to tell the other parts of your brain that you don't want to hold on to trauma. You support your amygdala doing their job and flushing the chemicals into your bloodstream for 90 seconds. And after that, you will be calm, confident, and make intelligent choices regarding trauma. And you will not make yourself suffer by reliving it. Give your mind that command. Very good. I want you to look on the wall for the section called glymphatic system. It's like lymphatic with a G in front of it. The glymphatic system is the lymphatic system of your brain. So it collects and flushes out toxins from your brain and the fluid around it. The interesting thing is the glymphatic system doesn't kick into action until after your 7th hour of sleep. 7 hours in a row. So if you're only sleeping 7 hours or less, or your sleep is broken up, then you're never detoxing your brain. It has to be more than 7 hours of sleep. So 8 hours, 9 hours, and 10 hours for women is perfect. So thank your glymphatic system for the work it has done when you have slept enough. And if you're having trouble sleeping, suggest that your glymphatic system starts working earlier, if possible. And commit that you will not consume excitotoxins. Excitotoxins are chemicals that excite the brain cells so much that they die. An excitotoxin is MSG, monosodium glutamate. And it goes by about 40 different names. So you should educate yourselves on that. Okay. Commit to reading labels and protecting your body by only putting in real food into it. Ask your brain to pardon you for feeding it toxins when you didn't know any better. Truly give thanks to your brain for what it's been able to accomplish despite the polluted environment you live in. Explain to your brain that you are committed to self-care and self-love, and you would like its support. You would like it to dampen the fear response, the fear of change. Assure your brain that the choices you make will be intelligent, healthy, and helpful. Okay, now exit this room, give thanks for your whole mind and how it works. And then exit the room, shut the door, and go across the hall to the room labeled Whatever I Need. Enter this room, and there is a pattern on the floor, kind of like a labyrinth, but not as complicated. You're just going to walk the path, knowing that at every section, you receive the healing for the body part that needs it. So there will be shapes or designs along the path. So stop at each one for a few moments and ask for healing where you specifically need it. When you see the shape or pattern, you'll know exactly what it relates to. So I'll give you a couple minutes to do that on your own. Now you're getting towards the end of this path. You come to the end. Thank the healing energy of the room. And then exit and shut the door. Acknowledge yourself for being willing to transport yourself to the places that needed healing. Congratulate yourself for coming through this process. And set the intention for the healing to continue until it's done. And then, in your own fanciful way, travel back to the room you're in. Take a deep cleansing breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And you might want to gently rotate your shoulders if you can. Oh. Come back. Calm, yet alert and feeling good. If you'd like to share something about what you experienced, please raise your digital hand and I'll call on you. I'm curious to know what people saw. There's always something very surprising. So the weirder, the better. It's always nice to see what's possible. You can raise your hand. At the bottom, it says react, where there's a heart. And then near the bottom of that menu, it says raise hand. Who would like to share? Hello, hello. I'm going to pick on somebody. Who would like to share a part of what they saw or felt? Lucia, thank you. Go ahead, Lucia.
Yes, I want to say that in the beginning, the part where I saw my infant self felt absolutely amazing. I gave a little more strength and hope to that little girl, no matter what will be.
Yeah, and your voice sounds a lot
I'm happy
stronger.
I had the chance to do this. I have never done it before. There are different techniques, but in this mode, I have never practiced before. So it felt really, really nice.
So happy for you. Very good. Okay, and your
Thank
voice
you.
is back. You don't sound
Yes.
congested anymore. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Dana, I see your hand. You can unmute.
Yeah, that was I loved holding my little baby and when you said to sing throughout my sunshine, I was just like flooded with like so much love and happiness. And I've never done that before, like held my own inner baby. It was just so beautiful. Um, and so life affirming. So loved it, loved it, loved it. And then, and I was smiling like, oh, this is awesome. And I loved the rooms too. And, you know, that whole process with with the rooms was lovely and like so much like individual stuff. And then you just blew my mind when you said, walk into the anything I need room, and my whole body just went like, yes, like, oh. So it was great. I just thank you. It was really powerful. So I appreciate that.
How are you feeling physically? You had some pain somewhere?
Yeah. I know my leg was bothering me. My leg feels good. And oh, also like I didn't even write it, but my right thumb has been having pain on and off, or just, yeah, this knuckle, and it feels great. I think the joint room just like poof. I'm like, oh, great. I didn't even write about
The
that,
joint
but it
room,
was in
not,
my,
not the kind
the
of
joint
joints
room
people
was
might be thinking.
fabulous. Um, yeah, so, and I think I got interestingly so the thumb feels great in my leg. Um, so I was thinking, oh, well, that's not really a joint. But then when you said go into the muscles room, I felt this whole like not quite tingling, but like pinging in my leg. And I went, oh, interesting. So there was something there that was great. So it feels good. It feels good. So thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. Happy to hear it worked for you. Okay.
Mhm.
Anyone else? Let's see. Veronique says warm, vivant happiness. Okay, great. Marcella, yes, that was amazing. Thank you. You're very welcome. So tell us, what was amazing for you, Marcella or Marcella? Sorry if I mispronounce it. Yeah, Marcella, I'm going to ask you to unmute. You can speak.
Sorry,
That's okay.
I like the part of the rooms, and I realized I had a lot of situations with the lymphatic system. You
Yeah.
know, like my mind was really, but then I was able to relax, and especially the chair with the neutralize was amazing. I really love that.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's never come before, but the idea came, as I said, I was channeling. So, um, you can use fun techniques. Healing doesn't have to be, heavy and crying and you can use fun things. Often when I'm working with someone individually, I see a lot of images in cartoons, like in animation. It's makes it interesting. The healing still happens. So, let your imagination go. Uh, you can do things in ways that are, as I said, expected and unexpected, and known, like normal, or not known, kind of abnormal. Healing can happen in so many ways. It's your intention that matters. Okay. So that's why I put the label on each door, because then the intention is joints or muscles or uh, nervous system or whatever. And it helps. It helps to have an intention very, very much. Anyway, thank you for sharing. When looking at the comments, Kirk, you fell asleep again. Okay, it's all right. It means, it probably means that you just need the healing so much that your body just wants to, your subconscious just wants to do the healing without being consciously active. But I would recommend you listen or rewatch the video and and, and stay awake. I think I told you last time to stand up while you watch, okay? So that you don't fall asleep. Stand up or go for a walk and do it. You can still be walking and following along and doing that. Because when I do healings, I'm looking at the person and I'm also seeing a whole other thing, like a past life. um, it is easier to see with my eyes shut, but I can do it with my eyes open too. Okay, Dana says the chair was fantastic and fun and effective. Yeah. So, if you don't want a chair next time, it could be a skateboard of healing. It could be a flying bicycle whatever your imagination wants. So use your inner child for your own healing. Okay. When you when people ask me, oh, I don't know my life's purpose, how do I figure it out? It's usually think about what you did on your own as a child. Like I always played school. I made myself the teacher and I'd gather the kids on the street and I'd make up lessons. So I am a natural teacher. And then I've had other careers along the way, but teaching seems to be it. So, teaching you techniques to heal yourself, that I think that counts as teaching. Okay, anyone else want to share? Come on. Oh, Heather, yay. Go ahead.
I was just going to share what you just said a moment ago, that it doesn't have to be hard, just simply gone.
Yeah.
So felt a lot of nerve repair and release.
Oh, good.
And so the muscle and the nervous system room
Yeah,
was really impactful.
great. Very good.
Mhm. Mhm.
Excellent.
Thank
Oh,
you.
shoot. Something I wanted to say. About the microwave. My doctor said that the food turns into cancer within 4 seconds, food or beverage, whatever you put in there. So, and my point was with the whole baby, the children having ulcerative colitis, because they're not getting any nutrients. If they're eating formula that's been microwaved and there's no nutrients there, how will their body parts grow best? And the hardest job your body has all day long is to digest food. So, of course, it's going to affect the digestive tract. It won't develop properly if there are no nutrients. Okay, so that is that's the hill I stand on. No microwaves. Okay. Oh, and another thing, apparently air fryers are not good either because they are made with a metal called antimony. And when antimony is heated, it ejects little particles of itself onto the food, and it's highly toxic. So please, no air fryers either. You just have to cook your food the old-fashioned way, with direct or indirect heat, like on a stovetop or in an oven, a proper oven. Okay. And I know air fryers are all the rage, but your food is covered in toxins, so please don't. Okay. I just want to remind everyone that the offer for buy one get one free for energy healing is still valid until the strike of midnight, and I just put the link in the chat. If you're listening to the replay today, you can ask me for the link, although it was in the email that I sent out. And for anyone who wants to get my advice on what essential oils to get from Young Living, you can book an appointment with me. The appointment is free, but you must be prepared to place an order. Okay. And oh shoot, where is that? The URL is long and annoying. Hold on, I'm going to type it in. https://sophiazoe.ca/info-order-oils. That's where you book your free 90-minute appointment. So I'll just say it for the people watching the recording because they don't see the chat. https://sophia-zoe/info-order-oils. And for Americans, Z is the last letter of the alphabet. Only Americans say Z. All other English-speaking countries in the world say Z. Okay, and I'm Canadian, so I say Z. All right. So here we are. New Year's Eve. I hope you have the time you want to have, either exciting or relaxing, or reflective, whatever you want to do. I hope you have the time and space to do it. I wish you all the blessings for the new year and beyond. I hope you are part of my world. I love who I attract as clients and colleagues and friends. So I hope you stay in touch. Please, please, open my emails when you get them. So I will be on a telesummit on January 8th, and I'll be offering a very, very, very economical and special workshop. So I hope you all join that. And I'll be on Darius again in March. I think there's something brewing for February. Anyway, it's all very time consuming preparing for these telesummits, but then I get to meet people from around the world. So I'm happy. I'm very grateful for Zoom. I'm very grateful for Zoom. Apparently it was a woman who developed video conferencing, right? I read that somewhere. So God bless her. And yeah, I hope you're happy and healthy. All right. Every blessing upon you and your home. And I support you in making choices that support you. Yeah. A few comments here. Thank you. Happy New Year. My dogs are reacting to the fireworks. Okay. Go watch the replay. That's fine. Thank you. Blessings in the new year. Grateful for your time. 2025 brings greatness. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like 2025 is going to be really good. I don't know, the number just feels so solid. It feels grounded and solid and full of potential. So that's what I'm expecting. This was a golden gift. Oh, you're welcome, Veronique. And Sandra says, thank you so much. Amazing group healings. Happy New Year. Lots of love. And to you as well. Heather, embracing the Aquarian energies. Yes, we're in the age of Aquarius. And Aquarius is a very spiritual sign. So I'm a Leo with Aquarius rising. So apparently, years ago, when astrologers would do a reading for someone, from birth to age 29, they would read the sun sign. So I'm born on August 15th, so I'm a Leo. But from age 30 on, it's considered your ascendant. And apparently from age 30 on, you become your ascendant. So I'm more Aquarian now. Anyway, whatever that means. There you go. So there's acknowledgement that, up until age 29, we're different. After 30, we're more mature and things shift. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to see you or hear you or read from you. Happy New Year. Be blessed. And I'll see you soon.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I like the little hearts. Okay, bye-bye.